Hey guys, so I installed this AC in the summer with the hopes that I will be heating my garage in the winter. Now I have seen a lot of positive videos about this 8 kilowatt diesel heater, so I bought one as well just to try it out and see how it works. Now I've already sold the diesel heater and the AC will probably go down in the summer as well, so that gives you a hint of how all of this worked out for me. But anyway, if you're interested in the details, stay tuned.
So I've started the AC test in early winter when it was already freezing a bit outside, but the sun was out and my AC unit is facing south, so the best possible scenario. Now this is a 2-car garage with about 45 square meters. Inside temperature was just above 3 degrees and I'm using 2 thermometers to ensure the measurement is valid. I'm turning on the AC, setting it to the highest temperature and fan speed. I've also turned on the boost mode, so the AC will run at its maximum capacity. I've temporarily installed a smart meter to be able to measure how much power the AC consumed. I'm using this infrared thermometer to check the temperatures of the walls and objects and cars in the garage, just to see how cold they are. Please bear in mind, this garage is not insulated. It has brick walls and concrete ceiling and regular garage doors, which I think have a thin layer of insulation, but that's about it. Now the output temperature of the AC was actually around 30 degrees, so this looked pretty promising.
Okay guys, so this has been running for 10 hours straight, but I don't really feel any warmer here, but let's look at the numbers.
So the temperature has raised to 7 degrees and of course the walls and the objects started to heat up as well. But the AC was blowing a bit colder air, which surprised me.
Well, I have to say I'm quite disappointed. I was actually expecting this to heat a lot more. But let's look at the numbers and the charts and let's see what's been happening throughout the day.
The top chart is displaying garage temperature, and as you can see, we started just about 3 degrees at 9 AM and then we reached 7.5 degrees around 2 PM. As you probably know, the AC must perform a periodic defrost cycle and it is perfectly visible on the second chart showing the AC consumption. When the AC was heating, its performance was gradually going down. This is visible how the power consumption was periodically dropping from 900 watt to just around 650, at which point the AC started its defrost cycle, which took a couple of minutes. It is interesting to notice also the temperature drop every time the defrost cycle was running. Now we have reached a maximum of 7.5 degrees at around 2 PM and it seems we couldn't get past that point till 7 PM when I turned the AC off. In this next chart we can see that the outside temperature may have been a factor to this, as the outside temperature was raising up to almost 3 degrees until around 2 PM, but then it started to drop gradually to -1 degrees at 7 PM. Last chart is the total power consumption, so over this test we have used around 7 kilowatts of power.
So if we consider a COP of 3 and we used 7 kilowatts in a span of 10 hours, then it means we generated 21 kilowatts of heat. That would make it around 2 kilowatts per hour, which is obviously not enough for a garage of this size. So this is why I went ahead and purchased this 8 kilowatt diesel heater, because I've seen a lot of positive reviews on YouTube. Now 8 kilowatt should be definitely enough, right?
I've turned on the heater and primed the pump, so it's been now running for around 20 minutes. I'm using this long exhaust tube just to try and recover as much heat as possible from the exhaust, and I'm running it out underneath the garage door. The heater combustion temperature is at 225 degrees, garage temperature is about 1.7 degrees, while another thermometer closer to the heater is showing 3.4. And there is a nice warm air coming from the heater and it is running at maximum capacity. The outer shell core is around 140 degrees and similarly the exhaust is around 140 degrees close to the heater. It is only around 45 degrees when exiting the garage, and of course the exhaust is on the outside even colder. After 6 hours I refilled the fuel and checked the temperatures, and then I let it run another 3 hours. After 9 hours I checked the temperatures and remaining fuel. I bought 5 liters of diesel and I poured back what was left from the heater, which it seems is about 1.5 liter.
Okay, so we used only 3.5 liters of diesel over the course of 9 hours. Isn't it great? Well, it depends. First of all, you need to understand that 1 liter of diesel contains roughly 10 kilowatts worth of energy. So if we use only 3.5 liters of diesel over the span of 9 hours, it means we use around 400 milliliters in an hour. That would make it we burned 4 kilowatts worth of diesel in 1 hour. Now, if we consider the efficiency of these diesel heaters, which is roughly around 80 to 90%, depending on how well they burn the fuel, how hot actually the burning chamber is, and also depending on how well you can extract the remaining heat from the exhaust. So if we consider that, 90% from 4 kilowatts is 3.6 kilowatts. So this diesel heater is generating 3.6 kilowatts of heat in the best case scenario at the full power. Definitely not 8 kilowatts.
We started with inside temperatures just around 1 degrees. Temperature starts rising quickly, but then gradually slows down and reached 7 degrees. The outside temperature was, however, a bit colder this day than the previous test. We started around -4 degrees, while the temperature stayed below freezing throughout the day.
Okay, but what does this all mean? How are we going to compare these heaters? So, if we look at the diesel heater, we use 3.5 liters of diesel, which if we consider 90% efficiency, that's making it around 32 kilowatts of energy that the diesel heater generated. You can compare this if you would run a 3 kilowatt heater for 10 hours. Now, let's compare the pricing. So, 3.5 liters of diesel at current prices in my country would cost roughly 4.8 euros. The same energy, so 32 kilowatts of electricity, would cost roughly around the same, around 5 euros. So these are very comparable, which already means that for me personally, if I have electricity in my garage and with current electricity prices, I could just as well run a regular heater and the cost would be more or less the same. Plus, I wouldn't have to deal with the diesel, with the risk of fire and everything. Now, let's add AC to the mix, and that makes it a bit more interesting. So the AC obviously works as a heat pump and is generating more energy than it really uses. Now, if we consider that this AC generated 21 kilowatts of heat, then the 21 kilowatts only costed me around 1 euro. Well, the only problem is, well, this particular AC is not strong enough for this garage. So what is then my summary? What's my experience? So these diesel heaters are great for RVs, for caravans, or for trucks, but I already sold mine, as I mentioned, because I don't really have any use for it. It can't really heat the garage. Its performance is more around 4 kilowatts rather than 8 kilowatts, but I guess that's what you get. Now, I will need to try and probably upgrade my AC or find a different heat source for this garage because, well, what I installed in the summer is not enough. And the cheap solution or the easy solution in the form of diesel heater didn't work as well. So anyway, this was not a scientific test by any means, just real life results from my own garage. And I hope this helps you and maybe you will reconsider whether diesel heating is the right solution for your garage as well. I hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you in the next one.